Consumers face two kinds of ripoffs. Those from big institutions that do provide a useful service, but sometimes engage in misleading and confusing practices. The chief defense here was the CFPB, which provided almost $20 billion in return money, $5 billion in civil penalties, $363 million back to veterans. And that's just the retribution part. Think of the deterrence. Think of all the scams that never happened. Think of all the corporations that said, we'll never get away with that. So we should not defund those who police our streets. We cannot defund those who police the suites, the corporate suites. But today's hearing tends to focus on the full-time criminals who provide no useful services at all, just rip people off. Mr. Rust, thank you first for the work of the Consumer Federation of America over the many decades. And you've talked about the suspicious activity reports that financial institutions file and the need to allow law enforcement to see patterns, to look not at just one item, but what's happening across the country. We could provide that the suspicious activity report include at least two identifiers, both a driver's license number and a social security number or a passport number. We could reduce the importance of the narrative portion of the report that can't be correlated with other reports and go more to structured fields. What can we do to make sure that a suspicious activity report doesn't just tell you about one instance, but allows you to link it with what's happening elsewhere?
Right, so this is about appending data and being able to see patterns. Structured information is great for searching. If you're familiar with the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act, that database, everything in it is searchable. It's all structured. If you're a local law enforcement agency working in a state, the ability to search for where that scam occurred, very valuable. The ability to see where funds have transferred across financial institutions, you need to be able to track account numbers, device IDs, things like that. Those are tools that law enforcement needs to build cases against these kinds of situations, right? So SARs are a tool where the underlying facts can lead to subpoenas that can lead to stopping the problems.
Thank you. And I want to commend our ranking member for his idea that we do need Know Your Customer to apply to all of the wallets, crypto wallets. One issue comes up where an entity impersonates a financial institution. Reuters claimed that Meta had 10% of its revenue, roughly $16 billion, derived from advertisements for scams and banned goods. Credit unions came to my office and identified a system where an organization, a scammer tends to be your credit union or your bank, so you trust them, and all of a sudden you're wiring $500, you're giving out information, and a lot of this comes from advertisements where Meta will let you pretend to be a financial institution when you're really not. Mr. McDade, what can be done to make sure that Meta and similar organizations aren't running ads in the name of a financial institution when it's really a criminal?
Well, I would first point to the Scam Act, sponsored by Representative Muser, and the reality is we're absolutely correct that one of the largest threats that we have as banks is the misinformation that happens outside of our control environment. And most of the scams— And
you live with Know Your Customer, and Meta doesn't know anything about its advertiser.
Well, that's correct. And the study that you cited specifically notes that it is a situation where Meta is putting forth knowingly fraud information into the ecosystem.
Gotcha. I want to get one other thing, and that is we need payee matching, so that when you wire money to account number 12345, because it's supposed to go to Santa Barbara escrow, that is an account of Santa Barbara escrow. Because we have seen again and again, people lose their down payments. Somebody's impersonating the escrow company, the title company, and all they have to do is scam you into their numbered account. Britain has payee matching, we needed to, and several Fed chairs of the Fed have said they'd work on it, they still haven't.